Hello traders, welcome back to the Stock Planner channel where we learn, share, and grow together in the exciting world of swing trading. Today we're diving into the forever watch list, and these are stocks that I want to own forever. And this is a hand-picked collection, my selection. By the way, everybody should be working from a watch list. What are your favorites? Please leave a comment below. I bet there's some of them are the same as mine. These are the stocks that I think you could hold it for a long time and do okay. That doesn't mean they won't go down, but they're strong companies and will likely pull back up. In this video, I'll take you through my watch list of about 30 stocks and try to pinpoint 4 or 5 that are nearing resistance or nearing support. And these are the areas that I think they're going to be reversals. And if we find 4 or 5 using the weekly chart, we'll drill down and investigate these stocks further. The reason why I'm looking at it today is we're looking at the SPY, and there was a slight pullback today. A lot of people say it was a big pullback. I don't think it was at all, not looking at the chart. This is a 4-hour chart where each bar is 4 hours worth of data, and the SPY is an ETF and only trades 8 hours a day, so their 2 bars will be a day. In this chart, you can see that this SPY has been in an uptrend for quite some time. And we're swing traders. We look for the tops and bottoms and then try to trade that trend in between. This is a zigzag indicator. It's a visual indicator. You really can't trade with it because this is a perfect indicator. It perfectly pinpoints the tops and bottoms. But to do that, it uses all kinds of future data. And you can see that right now, the steady long blue bar has stopped. And right now, the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing because they don't know whether to keep on going up or reverse it, make a little purple line. So it's just going to wait until it gets enough data to draw that line. As traders, we can't wait. So we'll go through my watch list of Own Forever and look for actionable trades that are near support and resistance and drill down to see if these are valid trades. And remember, this channel is about education and collaboration. We aren't a buy, these aren't buy and sell recommendations. They're ideas to help you learn and grow as a trader. You should never take advice from anybody on the internet. So grab your notebook, let's dive in and take advantage of this small pullback together. All right, let's get started. We're using TradingView. It's a charting package. It's mostly, a lot of it's free, and it'd be a great place to start if you're a beginner trader. We're on the weekly time frame where each bar is a week's worth of data. And I'm doing that to filter out the noise. And then I draw support and resistance lines. These are just lines. And you look for, I use a zigzag. That's what I like about the zigzag, the visual. And I can place and find the tops and bottoms and place the support along those tops and bottoms. And you can see that there's 1, 2, 3 touches right there for that one. And there's maybe one there, and almost one there. And there's Amazon is at its all-time high, so it's going to be really hard to call this the top. But the target for Amazon is 237, and that's close enough right there, 236. These are just lines that don't have to be to the nickel, and they're reference points. And there's a chance that Amazon might be in a pullback. So I'm going to write almost near its resistance. So I'm going to put that as a possible short. I'm skipping over AMD because I have a losing trade in that. I'll show you that in a minute. Broadcom had a real good week last week, and they reported earnings. And usually after the hype, you're going to have a slight pullback. I made money on Avgo, or Broadcom, and are currently out of the trade. So after all the hype, perhaps maybe Broadcom will pull back. Again, maybe look for a short there. Caterpillar, last 2 weeks it's had some red bars. There's a resistance. And if it does pull back, maybe it'll pull back to this support line. We'll skip this one for now because it's currently right about in the middle. CrowdStrike, and I have a trade in that to February. As long as this trade stays below my break even, I have a winner on my hands. And since I have a current trade in CrowdStrike, I'm not looking to add anything more. It's a fairly expensive stock. I love John Deere and I love Caterpillar. I'm not seeing anything here. It's not near its support or resistance. Going a little faster. Duke Energy. I love Duke Energy these days. And it's at its support line. I have a put on it. As long as it stays above 105, I have a winner. But I'm going to look to see to add a few more shares of Duke for long. I like Duke because of its nuclear energy footprint and its location in the Carolinas. Google, we've had a drop in July and August and September, and then it's been ripping, pullback, and it's now at support. Let's take a look a little further at Google for a long. Home Depot, it says the 1 year target is 435, and we'll just pull that up to 435. 435, that's close enough for government work. At resistance, let's take a look at it for a short. This was support, and now we're below support at $20. How low can it go? If you're looking for a cheap stock, maybe go long. The 1 year price target is 24. It's at 24. I'm going to stay away from it for the time being. The Russell 2000, it's at its all-time highs, pulling back. And I have a short-term play that we're going to have a pullback. And lots of people think there's going to be a Santa Claus rally. We'll see. And I might have to look at tomorrow to see if I'm in profit. Johnson & Johnson, I'm long, but my long is out to April. So lots of time to pull back, to go ahead and go to long. But right now, this trade is losing. So I'm not interested in adding anything more to that. This is a trade I recently did. Long red bar last week. It's right at support. And I think this is still a good trade. Now, this is not so hot. This trade expires in February. Long. It needs to be up here. And remember, each bar is a week's worth of data. So, hey, it's about 6-8 weeks to get there. It's possible, but I'm going to note that to maybe roll. So my action plan is, so far, is look at Amazon, Broadcom, and Home Depot for shorts. Longs are Duke Energy, Google, and I need to look at my Coca-Cola and see if I need to roll that. I just did a Pepsi play today, and that looks really good. Again, Pepsi's trading at its resistance, so this was a good play. And let's look at AMD because I think I'm losing on that. Yes, this trade ends in January. Yep, January, and that is about 6 weeks to go. It just went into losing territory last week. I'm going to need to monitor this. And it wasn't. Maybe I should have waited. All right, we got enough to drill down a little bit here. Let's go back and look at Amazon. Switching trading view to the daily time frame, bringing in our indicators. The trend has been up. RSI is in its overbought situation, which normally means when it goes up above the 70, a reversal is soon going to happen. But the MACD is still pointing up, strong. I think we're going to avoid this for the time being due to the Santa Claus rally possibility. December seems to be good for many stocks. And that Santa Claus rally usually goes into the first 2 or 3 days in January. Then things happen. Maybe you see something else. Should you go up? Should you go down? Or stay the same? I would not buy at these all-time highs. So your choices are staying in this area about the same or going down. I'm skipping Amazon for the time being, but I'll keep an eye on it. AVCO is the next on my list. There's that profit, earnings, you got your hype. The RSI is in its overbought condition. However, the MACD is saying it's got some movement up. Looking at other situations, we have the RSI above the 70, and we have the MACD above the zero line. Those are conditions I like. I like to go short when the MACD's single lines are above the zero and the RSI is above 70. The RSI is above 70, but the MACD is below the zero. So I'm going to say no. No to AVGO for short. Next on our short list, and the last one, is Home Depot. The MACD is above the zero line, It looks like it's coming around. The RSI was recently above its overbought situation. It looks like we're just hanging here. It's near its line of resistance. Earnings are pretty far away. I think this is one that's worthwhile looking for a short. So we got one trade, Home Depot. Now let's go through our longs. Duke Energy. Now the current trade I have it, I believe it goes out to June. But here's what we're looking for. We're looking for the RSI below, we're looking for a long this time. The RSI below the 30, which this is, and that's usually a time when you can expect a reversal soon. And we're looking for the MACD, but this time below the zero line. And it is, just barely. So I'm thinking now's the time to add some more. And I'll probably go ahead and do the same trade that I have existing, which is sending it out to April. For information on that trade, please see my free Discord. So the chance to go for a little more in Duke Energy. Again, on the daily time frame, Google, we want the MACD to be below the zero line, and it's not. And we want the RSI to be in its oversold situation below, and that occurred about 2 weeks ago. Going back a few months, the RSI is in its oversold situation, and the MACD is below the zero. That's a time when we could kind of look at that. Also here, not here. And that would have resulted in a nice pop. And so with this one, nice pop. This one we didn't get the conditions, and there was a small pop there. I'm thinking not on Google, not at this time. I'm going to do a quick look-see using the TradingView News Scanner. I'm choosing my watch list of over 30 stocks. This is the weekly. The RSI, I want it to be below 40, and the MACD below the zero line, just like we just did. And 3 stocks come up: Johnson & Johnson, Merck, and Intel. We already analyzed Intel, and I already have trades in Merck and Johnson & Johnson. So that's not going to work. So I have another scanner out there. Let's see if we can go short. And we've seen that there's Amazon, Meta, Visa. These are all candidates to go short. We did Home Depot, but Lowe's is probably the same situation. Let's quickly take a look at Visa. Visa has recently been on its all-time high. Let's see where the analysts think about where it's going. The analysts think it's going to go to 329. Oh, that 329. It didn't quite get up there. This is the analyst projection for a year, and it seems like it's pulling back a little bit. Let's see if it fits our criteria. Drilling down to we're at the daily. Okay, so let's see if we fit the criteria. We're looking for shorts. The MACD is above the zero, so that's a good sign there. And we want the RSI to be recently overbought. And there it is. And so that would have been a time to go short. Is that short going to continue? It's consolidating a bit right in here. I'm going to stick with what I got. A short on Home Depot, and you probably could look at Lowe's. A long on Duke Energy, and I'm going to look at rolling out my Coca-Cola to a further out option spread. Please check my free Discord where I list out all my trades. There's my CrowdStrike. There's my option strategy that I used, and that's turning out pretty good. In fact, I might even take a profit tomorrow. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'm partial to Duke Energy. I love that swings. Don't hesitate to leave a comment on what you're trading, what your favorite stocks are, and maybe I'll add them to my list. Happy trading, and we'll catch you on the flip.